Hello and welcome to a short story scene. I am your host, the storyteller, and here we have a tale called Inferno by Dante Alighieri. Canto 11. Upon the margin of the lofty bank, which his great rocks is broken in a circle made, we came upon this still more cruel throng, and there, by reason of the horrible excess of stench and deep abyss throws out, we drew ourselves aside behind the cover of a great tomb where I was writing, which said, Pope Anastasius I hold, and whom by the right way of Fontinus drew. So it behooved me our descent to be, so that the descent was first the little used to the sad blast, and that we shall not heed it. And the master thus, and unto him I said, some compensation fine, that the time passed not idly. And he said, Thou seest I think of that, my son, upon the inside of these rocks. Began he, and then he said, Are 3 circles in the grade to the grade, like those thou art heaving. They are full of spirits and maledict, but that alone hereafter alone suffice thee. Hear how the wherefore they are in constraint of every malice that wins hate in heaven, and the injury is the end, and all such end, either by force or fraud, afflicteth others. But because fraud is man's particular vice, more it displeases God, and so stand lowest of the fraudulent, and the greater dole assails them. All the first circle of the violent is, by henceforth may be used against the persons in their rounds till divided and constructed. To God and ourselves and to our neighbors can be used force. I say unto them that on thy things, and thou shalt hear with reason manifest. A death by violence and painful wounds are our neighbor given, and in his substance ruin and arson and injurious levies, whence homicides and he who smites unjustly, martyrs and freebooters, and first round tormenteth all in companies diverse. Man may lay violent hands upon himself and his own goods, and therefore in the second round must perforce without avail repent. Whoever of your world deprives himself, who games and dissipates his property, and weepeth there where he was jocund and be, violence can be done the deity, and in heart and denying and blaspheming in him, and in disdaining nature in her bounty. And for this reason doth the smallest round seal with its signet Sodom and Course, and who disdain God and speaks from the heart, fraud and wherewithal of every conscious stung, and man may practice upon him who thrusts, and him who doth not confidence in burst. His latent mode, in whom appear dissevers only the bound of love which nature makes, and wherever within the circle nestles. Hypocrisy, flattery, and who deals in magic, falsification, theft, and simony, panderers and barrators, and the like filth, by the other mode, forgotten in his love, which nature makes, and what is after added, from which there is a special faith engendered. Hence in the smallest circle, where the point is of the universe, upon which this is seated, and whoever betrays whoever is consumed. And I, my master, clear enough proceeds thy reasoning, full well distinguishes this cavern and these people who possess it. But tell me, though these within the fat lagoon, whom the wind drives, and whom the rain doth beat, and whom encounter with such bitter tongues, wherefore are the inside of the red city not punished, if God had them in his wrath, and if he has not, wherefore in such fashion? And unto me he said, Why wanders so thine intellect from that which is wont, or sooth in thy mind, where is the elsewhere looking? Hast thou no recollection of those words which thine ethics thoroughly discusses, and dispositions 3, that heaven abides not, incontinence and malice and insane, bestiality and hell and contentance, lest God offendeth and lest blame attracts. If thou regardest this conclusion well, and thou mind recallest who they are, and outside are undergoing penance, clearly wilt thou perceive why from these felons these separated are, and why these less wroth justice divine doth smite them with its hammer. O sun that healest all distempered vision, thou dost content me with that thou resolvest, and doubting pleases me no less than knowing. Once more a little backward turn thee, and there were those sayest in the offense, goodness divine, and disengage the knot. Philosophy, he said, to him who heeds it, noteth not only in the one place alone, after the manner nature takes her course, from intellect divine and from its art, and if the physics carefully thou knowest, that not many pages shalt thou find, that this your art as far as possible follows as disciple doth the master, so that your art is, as it were, God's grandchild. From these two of thou bringest in thy mind genius at the beginning, it behooves mankind to gain their life and to advance. And since these usurers takes another way, nature herself and her follower disdain he, for elsewhere he puts his hope, but follows now as I would fain go on. For quivering are the fishes on the horizon, and the wane wholly over Carius lies, and far beyond there were descended the crags. And that ends our tale of Inferno by Dante Alighieri, Canto 11. If you like this content and would like to support it, please head on over to Patreon. That is www.patreon.com/shortstoryscene. I'd like to thank Drac for being the first supporter of this channel. Thank you for listening, and see you next episode. Bye!